Today we are continuing our function transformations. That's the paper that I passed out to you. So yesterday in the Desmos activity, you were moving the functions around. You were coming up with the names for them. You were talking about the transformations. Today I'm going to actually give you the function, and then you're going to make the transformation. What did you say? Okay, so we're going to go over it right now. So last year, don't write all this down. Last year, you focused mainly on, you don't have this anywhere, and don't write it down. You focused on one function transformation. You focused on the parabola, on a quadratic. Do you remember doing that? And you remember you had maybe this? Does that look familiar? A times x minus h squared plus k. This year, we are going to do 6 different types of parent functions. So we're going to do a cubic. So we have a quadratic, a cubic, a square root, a cube root, an absolute value, and another one. And I keep forgetting what the 6th one is. So we're going to go through 6 different kinds of transformations. But today and on Monday, we're just going to talk about what those are. So we can describe in words what the transformation is, write it in function notation, and then you'll also be able to graph that transformation. Okay? So yesterday on Desmos, how were you able to move and change the graph? So what was one of the things you could do? Which directions could you move it? You could, so that, yeah, numbers and letters. Okay, so which directions could you move? Up, down, left, right, and could you do anything else? We could flip it, which we call a reflection. Was there anything else? There was one more. A stretch or compress. Okay, so on one of them we can rotate, but that's not one of our transformations. The compression one is, if you remember, there was a red graph, I think it was on this 9th slide. It was about half as tall as the other one. That was a compression, which makes it shorter. Okay, so a stretch makes it tall, a compression makes it flatter. So we're going to talk about this. We're on the side right now that has that table of four things on it. So the first one, when I had f of x, then the plus 3 or the plus the number on the outside, which direction does that move? Up and down. So that's f of x plus k. So the up and down value is k. That's a vertical shift. So if it's plus k, it's up, minus k is down. And then at the bottom, I have f of, and then x minus 2 is inside. When the number's inside, how does that move? Left and right. So that's f of x minus h. And this one is similar to our factors. So remember, for factors, you had x minus 2. As a 0, you would have x equals 2. So this one, our horizontal shift, if it's x minus h, it goes right, and plus h, it goes left. So our horizontal shift changes signs. And the way I remember this is because, to me, k is like this. It's up and down. That's how I remember it, k. And h is horizontal. Okay, so that's how I remember those transformations.